Good morning, guys. It's Brad Reynolds here with the Brad Reynolds team. Today we have a special guest with us, Barry Bizarre from Bizarre Coffee Creations. He is our second quarter Small Business Sponsored Person of the Year, and we're so thankful to have him here with us. Barry, thank you for joining us today. If you can, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and why you decided to make Nashville home.
Well, again, my name is Barry Bizarre. I'm originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I came here to Nashville 8 years ago, originally to play music. I'm a drummer. I played in multiple bands back home, and I decided to come to Nashville to kind of just really give the whole music scene a shot. It was one of those things where, you know, the band kind of fizzled out a little bit. Everybody moved away, or they moved back home. But I decided to really stay because I really enjoyed the culture here. I really enjoy the community. Everybody here is so warm. And I've just kind of, from there on out, just tried to, just make something of myself here. But yeah, no, it's I love the city, and it's great to be here.
That's either a really good story or you just copied the Summer of '69 song from back in the day. I know you're really into coffee. Coffee is your thing. Tell us your why. How did you get into coffee? How did you decide to make the coffee business your 9 to 5?
Well, it's like anything in life. You fall in love with things. For me, I fell in love with coffee, not just regular coffee. Now, honestly, if you would have told me 10, 15 years ago that I was going to be selling coffee, I would have been like, dude, you're crazy. I'm like, coffee? I hated coffee growing up, man. It was just one of those things to kind of get me through the day. What really sparked my, I guess you would say, obsession with it is I had a friend of mine who stayed with me. He had a small roaster, and he brought me some freshly roasted coffee.
Yeah, nice.
He said, Barry, try this. Tell me what you think, and don't put any cream or sugar in it. Just try it black. Let me know what you think. I tried this cup of coffee, Brad, and honestly, it blew my mind.
Wow.
It tasted just like a blueberry muffin, and I was just like, how can this be so good?
Sure.
And he was like, well, dude, it's a higher quality coffee. It's freshly roasted, and this is why this tastes the way it tastes. From that point on, I became obsessed. I went researching, different types of coffee, how it's processed, how it's roasted, and then I started this journey from teaching people how to brew coffee, how to find coffee, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna roast coffee myself. I'm gonna do this myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna roast coffee myself, and I'm gonna bring that product to people and educate them on what makes an excellent cup of coffee. So here we are.
Nice. So explain the process there. Tell me the how. How does all that come together?
Okay, so honestly, it's all about the coffee. All right, now when I look for coffee, I'm looking at the bean, I'm looking at the origin, where it's grown, I'm looking at the process, how it's processed. I'm also looking at how it's farmed, whether it's organic, fair trade, shade grown. All of these factors affect the quality of the coffee. And then what I do is I find a bean that I like, I roast it to where I think I'm going to get the best out of that bean, and then I'll give it to my customers.
Nice.
And then what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to meet people where they are. I'm trying to ask them, hey, what do you like? So when I get a new customer, they're like, Barry, I want to try your coffee. I'm like, cool, what do you like? What's your palate? Nice. Do you like something that's chocolatey? Do you like something that's fruity? Do you like something that's more herbal? Let me find what you like. Let me roast a bean specifically to your preferences, and then let me tell you the story of that bean, and then we'll go from there.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, the wild thing about coffee is I've never actually had a cup of coffee in my entire life.
my goodness,
I
man.
know, it's wild. My wife for years has been like, you got to get on it, man. But I just pop out of bed in the morning. When I go to Starbucks, I usually get a muffin.
A muffin.
I know it's wild. One of these days I'll get into it.
Well, let me say this. If I roasted you a cup of coffee that tasted like that muffin,
Sure.
would you drink it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Then
you
we're-
just earned yourself a new client, a new
Excellent.
customer, my friend.
Excellent.
So what, the coffee business is so intricate, so all over the world. What makes your business different? I've run into some different people the last year or two that make coffee. Aaron and I have talked to some of them, but ultimately we decided on you as the coffee guy. What makes yours different?
So honestly, going back to what I said, it's being that roaster that can do a customizable coffee for their clients. I don't want my coffee company to be, oh, this is Barry's coffee. This is what he has.
Sure.
Drink it. If you like it, great. If not, oh well.
Sure.
I want to roast something specifically for my customers. Like I said before, what do you like? I want to meet you where you are, and then I want to give you something that I think that you are going to like, and I'm going to tell you the story behind that, and I'm going to teach you how to properly brew it. And that's pretty much my whole thing. And I go to the point where I actually make customizable bags. So I'll tell my clients, I'll be like, hey, if you had your own coffee, what would you call it?
How do you pronounce that, Barry?
Sasquatch roast.
I like that.
So that is actually a local running group here in Nashville, Tennessee. I roasted a coffee specifically for them. I'm actually wearing this hat right now, guys, if you can see.
Love the logo.
Yeah. And that one, I mean, you think trail running, this is a Sumatran type of coffee, earthy, herbal. It's amazing after a run. And this one right here, this coffee is called Even As the World Changes. I actually collaborated with a musician here in town, and he's got a song called Even If the World Changes. And I was like, dude, that's really cool. Let's collaborate. Let's do a song, and let's do a bag of coffee for you, something that you can promote, but it's something that you enjoy.
Right.
So that's my thing, man. Making it customizable, creating something for my clients that they're going to like.
So what's like the big trends in the coffee community right now? I know there's a Starbucks in every corner. There's a Pete's all in most of the country. What's sustainability? Where's the coffee coming from? Where do you get your coffee from? What can you tell me there?
So the trends, I think the trend right now is going to the source and really being transparent on where you're getting your coffees. All these companies are trying to go there because honestly, Brad, for the longest time, it's a commodity of human labor.
Sure.
And it's a commodity that's severely underpriced. I mean,
Wow.
the C market's probably, I think it's still at $1
Oh,
a
wow.
pound right now. Farmers that are cultivating this coffee, they need to at least make $1.50 a pound just to break even.
Wow.
So what small roasters are trying to do, and myself included,
Sure.
we are trying to find direct relationships with farmers that have a high quality product and making sure that we are paying them enough so not only so they can make a profit from what they're producing, but also giving them resources to protect themselves against climate change. It's here, and it's a big problem that these farmers have to face, and they need those resources so they can continue to put out their product. And also, there's viruses like leaf rust, that damages
Wow.
their crop. So being able to pay them enough so they can have what they need to continue to do what they do best. That's where everything is going.
Cool.
My whole thing is, I'm looking for a direct relationship. I'm looking for more transparency, and I want to be able to bring that information to the consumer.
Wow. Yeah, it seems like there's so many coffee shops here in town. Are you thinking of opening a shop? And if so, where if you said, Brad, if I could open a coffee shop tomorrow, it would be on this corner in this part of town, where would you go?
So at this point in time, I don't think I want to have a cafe. I feel like if I'm going to do some sort of cafe type of setup, I'd rather do like pop-ups because I want to be where people are. I want to be more at kind of events. That's where I see myself going. My concentration is really going to be focused on roasting the bean and, like I said, doing more of that one-to-one personalization
Sure.
with customers. I don't really want people to come to me. I want to go
Sure.
to them.
Sure.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, down the line, if I can grow this thing and it can be, successful, if I can have a cafe, I mean, that's a dream, right?
You'll do it.
I mean, yeah.
It's going to get there, my friend. It's a
I
matter of time. It's
appreciate
gonna
it,
get
man.
there, so.
But for right now, I see myself doing more pop-ups and stuff like that.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, as we wrap up today, guys, I want to say thank you to Barry for coming out and being with us today. I know it's nice to have you here with us.
Thank you, Brad.
Barry is also going to be doing something extremely special for us. He is going to be roasting a small batch roast of coffee just for our clients called Closing Time.
Closing time.
So if you have a closing upcoming with me, be on the lookout for that. Barry, how can people get in touch with you outside of here?
Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. It's Barry Bazaar. You can also follow my company, Bazaar Coffee Creations. I'm on there. But hit me up if you're looking for a specific roast. I mean, message me, contact me, and I will get something to you that's fantastic, that's delicious. And get some coffee because it's amazing.
Beautiful. Well, Barry, again, we appreciate your time. We're excited to see the direction you take with your coffee. Continue to keep us in mind, the Brad Reynolds team, for all of your real estate needs. This year, we're off to a gangbuster start, on track to sell almost $30 million worth of real estate. So keep us in mind. My personal cell is 615-856-3270, or you can email me at brad@thinkbrad.com. I've just made my first hire, Kate Cameron, kate@thinkbrad.com, and we're in the market for more people. So if you know someone looking to get into real estate, hungry, motivated, eager to learn and earn, call me today. And until then, we'll see you then. Thank you very much.
See you guys.